All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about something that's on a lot of our minds, the direct link between AI training at your company and your actual job security. Believe it or not, this connection is at the heart of technology, corporate strategy, and yeah, the future of your career. So, where are we getting all this from? Well, these insights come from a really deep research report by Virtualization Options LLC. This is part 12 of our 15-part series, breaking it all down, and today we're zeroing in on the big one, job security. And of course, just a heads up, we're really only scratching the surface of their full report here.
The big one. This is the question that's probably on your mind, right? It's haunting boardrooms and break rooms everywhere. As AI gets smarter, and let's be real, it's getting smarter every day, you have to wonder where you fit in. It seems like a simple question, but the answer? It's way more complex than you'd think.
Because as it turns out, the fate of your job doesn't really depend on the AI itself. Nope. The research shows it depends almost entirely on your company's fundamental mission. What is its number one, absolute top priority? That's what we're here to unpack. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the two very different paths AI is taking inside companies. Then we'll break down the shareholder value approach versus the customer-focused alternative. After that, we'll get into the whole psychology of training and what it signals. And finally, wrap it all up to see what this means for your career.
So let's jump right into this idea of two completely different paths. It's not about which AI tools a company is using. It's about why they're using them. And that why is what changes everything for the people who work there. And this, right here, this is the fork in the road. It all boils down to one question. Is the goal workforce optimization, basically streamlining things and cutting costs for maximum efficiency? Or is it workforce continuity, keeping experienced people around and helping them evolve to protect the quality of work? This single difference is the starting point for two totally different futures. All right, let's tackle that first path. We're talking about the shareholder value approach. You can just think of it as the efficiency playbook. Its main goal, above all else, is to maximize financial returns for investors. So here's the deal with this model. The workforce is often seen as a cost that needs to be, well, optimized. The big focus is on efficiency, which pretty much always leads to cutting headcount through automation. This creates what the report calls a bifurcated workforce. It basically splits everyone into two camps. One group gets trained to manage the new AI systems, while the other group, the one in jobs that can be automated, gets phased out. In this world, your job security is literally tied to your role's return on investment. And this quote from the research, wow, it really lays it out there. If a role is seen as automatable, the motivation to invest in that person's training just evaporates. It's cold, hard math. Why train someone for a job that you're already planning to get rid of? But, and this is a big but, there is a completely different way to look at all this. Let's explore the other path, the customer-focused alternative. This one runs on a philosophy of augmentation. That means using AI to make people better at their jobs, not to replace them. For these companies, the customer experience is everything. They prioritize keeping their workforce stable because they get that experienced employees have this priceless thing called institutional knowledge. You know, all that stuff you just know from being on the job for years. Here, AI is a tool to empower people, helping them evolve their roles to serve customers even better. It's not about replacement, it's about enhancement. This quote really gets to the heart of their big fear. Even if AI makes you more efficient on paper, getting rid of all your experienced employees can absolutely wreck the customer relationship. They see that human knowledge as a critical asset that, frankly, an algorithm just can't replicate. Okay, so this brings us to the human side of the equation. We've talked strategy, but these decisions have a massive psychological impact on everyone. And the way companies invest or don't invest in training sends some really powerful signals. The report calls this the training paradox, and it's something you can probably feel in your own workplace. Think about it. Getting access to AI training isn't just about learning a new skill anymore. It's a signal from the top about how much they value you. If you get picked for a big reskilling program, you feel pretty secure. If you're left out, you start to wonder if your job is on the chopping block. And the numbers don't lie. Check this out. The research found that companies that are genuinely investing in reskilling their people see a 67% higher employee retention rate. It's not rocket science, right? When people feel like a company's investing in their future, they're way more likely to stick around. But here's the catch. That investment has to be real. When employees feel like the training is just for show, performative, just ticking a box, engagement absolutely tanks by 43%. People can tell when a company is serious and when they're just going through the motions. But on the flip side, and this is the really hopeful part, when the investment is real and the training is targeted, it flat out works. An incredible 78% of employees who go through these programs successfully move into new or AI-augmented roles. This isn't some long shot. It's a proven, effective strategy. And of course, we have to talk about the psychological toll of all that uncertainty. When you don't know what your future holds, it naturally causes stress and it lowers your productivity. And this isn't just a personal problem. It becomes a business problem that hurts the entire company's performance. So, as we pull all these threads together, you can really see two completely different destinies taking shape for the future of work. And both of them spring from that one single question we asked at the very beginning. What is the company's #1 priority? This summary table just lays it all out side by side. It couldn't be clearer. On one side, you've got the shareholder value model. It's driven by ROI. It leads to workforce optimization, and your job security is tied to your AI skills. On the other side, the customer-focused model. It's driven by customer happiness. It leads to workforce continuity, and your job security is tied to your ability to adapt and learn. Two paths, two totally different rulebooks for success. And that leaves us with this massive final question to think about. At the end of the day, what really builds more lasting value? Is it a strategy that chases immediate, measurable efficiency, even if it comes at a human cost? Or is it a strategy that invests in the adaptability and knowledge of its people, betting that humans, supercharged by AI, are the ultimate competitive advantage? The answer to that is going to define the world we all work in for decades to come.